Good line. Gates open now. They're off and racing in the Group 1, and the favourite jumped brilliantly. Ace High goes to the early lead with the filly Coral Coast immediately coming across into second. Surprise Bullet goes to third, just in front of Dissolution. Then came Tangled from Colesberg. Asturias caught a little bit deep early, followed then by Langley. Sully's buried back on the fence, and Sanctioned has gone all the way back to last. Going over the crossing, and Ace High doesn't look to be going quick here. And at the mile mark, Ace High in front by 3/4 to Coral Coast. Dissolution parks in third, then came a Surprise Bullet in fourth. Two further back to Colesberg, Langley, and Asturias taking closer order. Schofield puts it up closer to the speed. Sully's well back, so's Langley, and Sanctioned is the last one. So Ace High's had it pretty easy up front in the early stages, leads by 3/4 to the filly Coral Coast. Then came Dissolution from Surprise Bullet, and Asturias going to fifth now, just shading Tangled, and then came Colesberg on the fence. Two further back to Sully, has got a bit of space in front of him. 3/4 to Langley, and Sanctioned to be last, about 8 lengths off the leader. Going to the High Street side of the course, the race favourite in front, Ace High, held together from Coral Coast in second. Then Surprise Bullet, Dissolution back on the fence. 3 wide still is Astoria. Then Tangled from Colesberg, Sully strung up, Langley the outside, and Sanctioned now being looking for a run between runners. Might have got close to heels there. 600 metres to run. Ace High leads narrowly from Coral Coast, and they really up the ante now. Dissolution goes to third. Astoria's done it tough. Further back to Tangled as they straighten up now, and Angland goes for home on Ace High. He certainly put his cards on the table, but Tangled has found the fence and running on well. Dissolution into the clear, and Sully's involved in a barging match. Ace High in front, 200 metres out. Tangled on the insides, a length away. Sully's coming down the outside. Ace High in front from Tangled. Ace High a half in front, a neck in front. Tangled makes a last lunge at Ace High, but he'll miss. Ace High wins the spring champion. Ace High ahead on the line to Tangled. Sully flew home into third, followed then by Sanctioned. Further back to Astoria, Dissolution, Colesberg, Coral Coast, Surprise Bullet, and Langley was the last one to finish.
Another Group 1 this spring for Angland on Ace High for David Payne, who's trained in excess of 100 Group 1 winners worldwide. $3.10, $1.50. Ace High leads all the way. Tangled came to challenge, and he did for most of the straight, but Ace High just kept kicking, kept finding, and enough on the line to win by about a head. Tangled second, Sully third, 137.
Yeah, it's just got that beautiful racing style, hasn't he? He just dictated terms to suit himself again here today. He give a really big kick on straightening. Tangled come out to challenge him, but he had to give too much start to a horse with just a beautiful racing style. Tully's put he still keeps running on in his races, and he'll come into his own at a Derby distance, and Sanctioned was better. He just had too much to do from back in the field. They've singled out these two. Just too good, Tangled on the day, but a good fighting performance from the second horse there, Tangled, coming from back in the field, which was very hard to do there.
Ace High, 310, 150. Tangled $1.80 and 210 for Sully. Bernie interviewed Ty after he won the Golden Rose, and here he is after winning the Spring Champion.
Season it's kicked off for you this year, Ty. This is outstanding, and this guy obviously he really put the writing on the wall last start for you.
He really did. Went forward again today. We thought there was going to be a bit more pressure, but he just had a beautiful run in front, and thought I'd make a bit of a staying test. I was becoming on empty late, but hopefully just the sectionals early that I got right were paid dividends. Not many people would know, but I missed my brother's wedding today for this fella, so.
I'm sure your brother will forgive you. You're going to make the party.
I hope so.
Well done, mate.
Okay, well done, Bernie. David Payne's coming over here. We're just going through the stats. Last Group 1 here in Sydney was Criterion when you won a Derby. But overall in your career, that's Group 1, 107.
Yeah, 107 as a trainer.
Yeah, and about 12 as a jockey.
Yeah, I wasn't a very good jockey.
What about, you've got this horse flying, a gloaming win, and then he stamped himself as a real Group 1 contender in this race.
Yeah, and Greg, I think he's going to be a better horse when he can follow something. Right. But today we had to make it a stayers race.
looked as though in those last 2 wins he's found his niche being a front runner.
Well, we always thought that he's going to be up there, you know, but it's just circumstances. It's worked out this way, being no pace in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a little bit further, heading towards a derby in
Oh,
Melbourne?
yeah, no, definitely a derby horse, but that's when you can give him a bit of a breather.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll speak to the owner, we see how we go, and who knows, we might be there.
You think he's keen on going to a derby? Are you keen?
I'm keen because I had Criterion there and Presido and Honorius, and all ran well, and he's the best one.
Really?
You know, well, I don't know better than Criterion, but he's a good stayer.
At the same stage, is he showing you more?
Well, Criterion was more brilliant. I think his brilliance got him the trip.
Right.
Yeah, he was more of a miler,
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah.
And this horse, tell us, David, a work in progress, but always shown enough ability.
Oh no, we always liked him. You know, a lovely, big, strong horse. He always showed. And I said to Ray about when he was a baby, I said, "This is my derby horse." He never forgot.
Neither did you.
No. So we hope so.
Go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Well done, David.